This is absolutely ridiculous. This one holiday shirt is making around $1,000 a month for some of these sellers, and the competition is not that high. And I want to show you exactly how you can make it in Kittl. So let's dive in. So if we look right here, we have just shy of 100,000 results for this retro Santa head style shirt. Very reminiscent of maybe 1930s, 1940s style illustration. It really reminds me of Norman Rockwell style painting for the Saturday Evening Post. Now let's jump over to Erank here and look, retro Santa shirt, that's all I typed in the keywords, and look at this, average clicks and average click-through rate is insane. Now the competition might be a little high, but I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. If I go over here to top listings, I can scroll down and we can see some outrageous numbers. Let me go ahead and filter this by revenue. Look at this, $15,000. Now this one has been on for a while, so they've got ahead of the game here. So let's scroll down to maybe something more realistic. Look at this, 91 days only. So just shy of 4 months and almost $1,000. Look at that. So just by utilizing this trend. Now let's go over to Kittl, and I want to show you some of the Christmas templates that we have, and I'm going to point a couple out to you. Look right here. So now we have that Santa style head right there. Here's another one, another Santa style head right there. And there's a lot of other templates, of course, you know, that are a completely different style. I'm going to show you how to achieve this style using Kittl AI. So let's go to new project. I'm just going to go over to POD presets, because let's just think about print on demand for a second, and you can use all of these different presets, whether you're going for Printify, Printful, whatever it is. I'm just going to go with this one right here from Printify, which is going to go ahead and basically default my pixel size to be exactly correct. Now, if I go over to the Elements panel on the left and I type in Santa, as I scroll down, look at this, you're going to see some of these retro aesthetic style Santa heads. I'm going to click a few in just for you to see. Now, for the purposes of not being super redundant, as I know a lot of people are using that, let's use Kittl AI. So I'm going to type in a happy cartoon Santa Claus head, vector style graphic with thick lines, minimal black and white. I want to try to give it as much detail as possible, and I'm going to go into the vector styles and hit vintage drawing. Now, vector is going to be important here because it's going to allow me to change the color. Now, this is pretty good. It's not exactly the same, but let's go ahead and tweak some colors. Let me make the background color maybe like what would be a muted looking green for a sweater, and this is going to be dependent on, of course, what your provider can show you. But I just changed the head to a darker green, and then I added some script, and I mean, that looks pretty good. If I go to the mockup section here, and I go over and I find some different sweater mockups or something like that, it's not the exact same style, but you can see how you might fit in with a little bit of a different style in the same niche. Okay, so let's go back to the image generator and let's try again. So let's go over to the watercolor clip art section, and what I'm going to do is just adjust this prompt a little bit. I'm going to put retro in here because we want to try to get something as close as possible to what we were seeing on Etsy. Hey, real quick, if you're getting value out of this Etsy t-shirt design tutorial, let me know by hitting that thumbs up button and the subscribe button so that you don't miss anything. Now, let me know in the comments what other styles and what other trends that you are seeing, maybe around the holiday season or otherwise on Etsy. I'd love to know, and I'm curious on how we can make a tutorial to help you out. So comment down below. Now let's get back to this retro Santa head tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and generate the image, Happy Retro Cartoon Santa, and look at that. Okay, now, again, I know it doesn't give you that same exact Norman Rockwell faded 1930s style, but this is still really, really cool, and what we're trying to do is stand out. Okay, now on Etsy, there are already a ton of those retro, painted style Santa heads, and what I'm trying to teach you how to do is maybe stand out just a little bit from the crowd with the same niche but in a different style. Okay, so all I did was just change some colors around, and we've got this really beautiful watercolor Santa that's happy and jolly and cheerful. You can use it for your different merch designs. Okay, so let's try again. Let's go with detailed drawing. I'm going to use the same exact prompt, and we're going to see what we get. Okay, now we have a different style Santa. By the way, all of these that I've just generated, those could all three have been sweaters or t-shirt designs. I mean, why not? You know, they're in the same kind of aesthetic, same style. We have proof of concept. all we're doing is just generating different styles. Now, here's a neat trick. I just removed the background and I want to vectorize this Santa head. Now, I don't want to go crazy with the colors. I'm going to go to about 5, hit vectorize, and what this is going to do is give me more of that muted painted look. And now I have control over all of these colors. So maybe I want this red to be a little bit darker or brighter or what have you. Whatever it is, it still gives me that kind of vintagey looking painted effect because I've limited the colors. Now I can pick some type to match. Maybe I can like add different text. Maybe I can use a script font or something like this and add Merry Christmas to the shirt and put it on an arc or whatever you want. You can get kind of creative with how you go about these merch designs. I'm going to change happy to smiling. I'm going to keep retro Santa Claus head in here, and I want to go back to the watercolor one because I have a neat idea. I think this could be a winner. I'm going to add sunglasses, okay? I think that's really cool. I think adding sunglasses is like a retro kind of thing, and we're going to see what it gives us. And look at that. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and delete that one in the background. Let's go ahead and size this one up. And I mean, that is looking pretty rad, right? So let's go ahead and remove the background. I really like how that generated glasses on there. I could see a merch designer, a t-shirt design that says I'm coming to town with this one. I mean, that's such a cool head. But what I'm going to do for the sake of just having this be about the art itself is I'm just going to put some little snowflakes around, and I wanted to find some that were in the same style. And then what I'm going to do is add some texture. I'm going to add this photocopy texture effect because it makes it look more muted, it looks more painted, more retro, and it's going to fit in with the style that we see on Etsy, okay? So what I did here is I just uploaded it back to Kittl. I'm making my own little mock-up, and then I'm going to download it as a PNG, and then if I drag it over here and I show it with the rest of the crowd, you can see here that, I mean, it fits right in. I mean, I think it does. Maybe not. You can tell me in the comments if you don't think it fits, but I think it fits right in. You let me know what you think down in the comments, and I hope you have a ton of fun trying out this style and maybe making a couple of extra bucks this holiday season. Now, if you want to see other tutorials using Kittl, I have these videos here on my right that I know you're going to enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos and features and things like that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.